I know. A time like 5:30 in the morning doesn't exist in most people's like calendar. At least not if you're a software engineer, right? Because you come in at like 10 or something like that. And I just wanted to try it out for myself. So is it like worth starting very early in the morning, even though you might have like a tendency to rather like work in the evening? And I just wanted to share my thoughts and experiences with you guys. I do have to say that starting in the morning, I got way more done than before. And the reason is obvious, right? If you start at 6, no one is going to bother you. No emails, no meetings, no distractions, no one coming to you and, writing you on chat and like says, hey, can you please like support with that or help with that? So that is really cool. So you have basically 2 to 3 hours of uninterrupted, like fully concentrated work you can do. So you can get a lot done in that time. So yeah, I know it's not so convenient, but I do have to say that you can get used to getting up early. So that is like okay. And if you can get a lot of work done in the morning, that's like fantastic, because then afterwards you can have all the meetings and whatever. And but you're still going to have like the maximum level of productivity. And I don't know, maybe you've noticed that at some point, or maybe you know that from your experience. Say you do like an interview, right? And they ask you like a very specific, very detailed question about one particular, I don't know, technology or framework. And you just don't know it. And maybe you don't know like the majority of these very detailed questions. And you think for yourself, but why is that, right? Because I've been working with this thing, I've been building stuff with it, but I don't know exactly the answer like to these questions. And I think the reason is that oftentimes we're like interrupted and we cannot really do a complete deep dive, where you only focus on that particular technology and you really try to understand how it works under the hood. I just think we are just way too often it is that we get interrupted and then everything becomes a little bit shallow, So that means you're like, okay, I need to implement this. You just Google it, you go to Stack Overflow, you copy paste, you kind of fix a few things, rearrange a couple of things, and then it works. This typically works, but obviously if you have interviews where they ask like very detailed questions about these kind of things, then you kind of might understand, oh, actually, I really don't know like in detail how this works. Like it was never required, right? You could just use Google or whatever. But I think with these 2 to 3 hours of uninterrupted time, you really have the time to thoroughly understand the underlying thing or the underlying things with which you work. And that is something I learned to appreciate. So yeah, maybe you want to give it a shot. I don't know. The only downside is you got to get up a little bit earlier. I don't know if that's worth it though for you. Yeah, let me know what you think about this. Like, would you get up earlier to have that increased level of productivity, to gain a better understanding? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you don't like this video, or if you have any feedback, just send me a tweet. My Twitter handle is @productioncoder. So thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.